linking to an assignment. So once you've created and deployed an assignment inside of your course, that's where it lives. And it might at first seem a little bit complicated to try and have this somewhere else. So like let's go into content and let's take a look. So we've created some assignments inside of maybe a learning module. So here inside of example we have a few assignments. Let's say our example assignment that's right here. So this is where it lives inside of this learning module. And if I went back to content and I wanted to go into a different learning module, so again it lives in the example learning module, let's go into module number 1 and let's see how to add a link to that assignment. Well, inside of here we can see it doesn't live. If I go up to assessments like I do when I'm trying to create one and I click on assignment, I'm not going to find it. It's not going to be in this list. It's now wanting me to create a new assignment. And that's not what we're looking to do. We're just looking to link to our other assignment. So let's go ahead and cancel this. The way to link to it is to create a course link. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go up to Build Content. And this can be from any content area at all. We're going to go to Build Content and we're going to go down to Course Link. It's not a web link, it's a course link. Once we select course link, then we're going to have the option of browsing for the information that we want. So we're going to browse and it'll launch a little pop-up window here. And this pop-up window has a list of everything that's going on inside of our course. So if I look here and I see, oh, content, here's that example learning module, and here's the example assignment. Perfect. So what I do is I just select it by clicking on it. And here I can see the location of where it's linking to. Now, the description, this is where a link gets a little bit confusing. When I add a description, it's describing the link and not the assignment. This is not the place to duplicate your assignment instructions. This is the link to your assignment. So you may add something like access your assignment here or something like that inside of the description, but this is not the same thing as the instructions area of your assignment. Remember, that assignment lives somewhere else. Next, this is the standard options. If we're permitting users to view this content, this is the link to the content. So if I set this as not available, then that doesn't mean the assignment is not available. It means that the students can't see this link. That's a very important distinction. And if I set it to available, but the assignment is set to unavailable, they can't access that assignment. Like everything else, you have your standard visibility date restrictions. Again, these only apply to the link and not to the assignment itself. That's a very important distinction to make. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit, and we're going to see that this link pops up right in here. Okay, so one of the first things that I want you to notice is if you notice the icon, it does look different. Now it just says example assignment, just like the assignment itself. And if you see, it kind of has that assignment icon hidden underneath it, but there's this big link over the top of it. So it's important to note that this is a link to the assignment and not the assignment itself. However, when you click on it, it's going to bring you straight to the assignment. Okay, so once we've clicked on it, we can see that we're actually in that learning module and we're looking at the assignment itself. So it's just a pointer to where that assignment actually lives. And if you want to make a link to an assignment from our navigation area, you can go up to the add content or add menu item area, and we go down to, it's the same thing, add a course link, and here we're going to browse for the location. Same kind of a pop-up window is going to occur. We can go down to example assignment, and we can add a custom name here if we want. Let's make this available to users, and I will submit. And we're going to see that that link appears here on the left-hand navigation menu. So right here, if I wanted to move this around, I can grab this and drag it up wherever I need it to be. And if I click on it, it's going to bring me right here. Again, it's a link to the assignment and not the assignment itself. So if I look up in the breadcrumbs, I can see content example right here. So I'm in that same location. So that's how we add a link to to an assignment, remember that the properties that we have on the link are not the properties on the assignment. They're just for the link itself. The assignment still is doing its own thing.